Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Hidden Side Quest. I have a very special guest today, HappyHill. Here,
Hello, how you
HappyHill
doing?
today. Just for reference, I know the last few weeks have been a little wonky with the podcast. Don't know which orders is coming in, but Edwin is alive. He is doing well. He is doing some personal stuff. I'm not sure if he mentioned it on the podcast, so I'm not gonna mention it. But when he's back, he can clarify why he's been MIA. But fear not, we have a guest today, HappyHill. HappyHill, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am HappyHill, not my birth name, but my pseudonym. But I've been streaming, content creating off and on for a few years now, but just recently started to get like dialed in and back to actually like a kind of a program, schedule and stuff. So I'm a variety gamer, streamer, do a lot. Right now I'm playing Silk Song, which is just taking up a whole lot of my time, a lot of my streams. But I'm playing game. I've just finished Donkey Kong Bonanza. I've played games like Tunic, big Zelda fan, Pokemon in the past. As we know, Pokemon has been hit or miss as far as Gen 9, at least for me. But Arceus was fantastic, stuff like that. So I've got a pretty good pedigree. I've played all the way back since like the Nintendo 64. So
Just
got a lot going on.
Just out of curiosity, you didn't like Scarlet and Violet?
I did at first, and then it got very stale for me. And the DLCs and such just didn't really do it as much as they should have for me, and I just kind of fell off with it. Maybe it was the content creation for it, and it just kind of took its toll, and I just got really just, that was my only game, and it just bored me in that aspect. But I don't know. It was hit or miss. I will say on the Switch too, though, for Scarlet and Violet, it does look great. It runs fantastic. So there's that.
One of my biggest... not regrets, but I played the heck out of Scarlet and Violet when it came out, and I shiny hunted to the point where I think 4 months in, I had every shiny in that game already. And
yeah, that's crazy.
When I saw the Switch 2 up there, I'm like, man, I wish I had a reason to play this, but I have all the shinies. But this would be a great way to shiny hunt. But
that's the thing. The end game for me just wasn't there, at least for Scarlet and Violet. But
it's a weird game. It's a weird game. Like when I really think about it, I'm like, it wasn't that great, but I had a great time with it. So I don't know.
It was fun. Like the mechanics and stuff were good. The story was good for what it's worth. Like the DLCs were interesting. I feel like it was just lackluster for the pricing and stuff like that.
I didn't like the first DLC. The first DLC I think was boring. The second DLC, that's usually how it is. That's how Sword and Shield were too for me. Sword and Shield's first DLC.
See, I never played Sword and Shield.
Oh man, I like those games. Those are another games where I know they're kind of bad. Yeah. But it's also, I think...
I don't really know. I've heard good things about Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon, and then I stopped playing back in Black and White 1.
I hate Sun and Moon.
Or X.
Anyways, I don't want to talk about Sun and Moon because people...
No, you're good. You're good.
People hate when I talk bad about Sun and Moon. Yeah. Anyways, just for clarification, HappyHill just showed up on my TikTok feed one day. Saw a short, liked it, ha ha ha. I think it was a Donkey Kong
Bonanza a year ago.
Yeah, it was like a Donkey Kong, but no, I think it was less than a year. Maybe it was.
Was it? Oh yeah, it might have been. If it was Donkey Kong,
I'm pretty sure it was Donkey Kong. And then I liked it, and then he showed up again. I liked it again, and then I'm like, I'm gonna follow this guy. And I feel like I wanted you on the podcast months ago, but the podcast
you did
is not weekly, but it was all
we're all busy.
I'm
busy too.
It was all over the place. But we made it. We're here. So happy to have you. So. Today's topic is one I really wanted to talk about for a long time because I think for me personally, been really I was gonna say changing my life, but that's a little bit over dramatic. But today's topic is just indie games, the indie scene, indie developers, all that. Throughout the last few years, indie games have just been kind of rising to the top to the point where last year at the Game Awards, we had 2 indie games nominated for Game of the Year. These indie developers are now standing amongst some of the best developers in the world, and they're becoming some of the best developers in the world. HappyHill just mentioned that he's playing Hollow Knight Silk Song, and that game in general is probably one of the most hyped games ever. That game, how long did you guys wait for that game? 7 years? That game, I feel like
at least I would say 6 or so. Maybe 6 to 8. I don't remember the exact time, but
That game just felt
you
like
are
yeah.
spot on with it being like one of the most hyped. I mean,
Yeah.
outside of GTA 6, obviously, I mean that's the big name AAA Rockstar game. Silksong, just every year, it's when are we getting Silksong? Ever since it was announced, back in like 2016, 2018,
Mhm.
whatever it was, and yeah,
Yeah,
like
that game
everybody's
again,
been waiting on.
yeah, and I tried playing Hollow Knight. I liked it. I'm pretty sure I got pretty
Mm,
far in. I had it on Switch, and I
mhm.
got pretty far in. But those games just not my type of game. Metrovania games in general. Would you call that a Metrovania?
Yeah,
Called a
yeah, no,
Metrovania. Yeah.
side
Platform.
scroll
Yeah.
platformer in a way. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Those games.
Metroidvania, it's basically that. Yeah,
Yeah, those games don't really do it for me. I've tried so many times, but I just
it's
get
fair.
lost.
I love those
I get
games.
lost so easily. When there's not a
Yeah,
clear direction for me, I get frustrated, but I get why people like it.
yeah,
So yeah, definitely like no hate or anything. So
no, totally.
I kind of just dropped it. And then even not being a fan of the series, all I heard was where's Silksong? Oh, Silksong's gonna be at the direct. Oh, Silksong's gonna be at the
There
Xbox
were
press conference.
theories, there
Oh,
were
Silksong.
conspiracies about it.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Yeah,
was
so
crazy,
and
honestly.
I will give them kudos. I love that they kind of just announced it again, like
Mhm.
re-announced it, and it's like, oh yeah, it's out within the month. Like, oh, that's
Yep.
cool.
Well,
Um,
they said it themselves, right? Like they wanted, and this is where the indie scene's kind of at. I think is like the good indie scene is they straight up said they took their time with it. They said
mhm.
we got money from Hollow Knight. We don't need more money, so we're gonna make this. We're gonna take our time, put our love and effort and passion into this, and they did, and it shows. Because I mean, playing through Silksong, there is a lot of little nuances and little things. Like I posted a short up the other day. It was I hit this like one of these creatures. He had a bell on top of his head. I hit him, and he like the audio with the tinks of the bells, like tinking off of everything. Just little things like that. It's just awesome to see. Like they really paid attention to the little details. They took that time and they didn't waste it. They didn't waste it, and it's packed with content. So,
So do you
and
feel
to
like it?
contrast that,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
no, you're good. So to contrast that to like, I just finished Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is fantastic as well. I mean, those are two Game of the Year nominees for 2025. Donkey Kong Bonanza, it took me like 30 hours. I'm not even 100% complete, but I completed the main story, and there's still more after the main story. Not just side quests and getting the collectibles and stuff, but actual little things to do. Um, but it just shows that with Nintendo being a AAA, what Nintendo, I don't even know if they're considered a AAA company. They're just Nintendo uh, doing that sort of game. But Silksong being on par with that is just kind of mind boggling right now.
Yeah,
So
and a lot of indie games are like that, where like we mentioned before we started recording, like when you look at an indie game now, it's kind of hard sometimes to see like, is this an indie game? Because this is really, really, meaty and it's in depth and detailed,
yep,
and whether it's the music, the story, the gameplay, like all of it, like you have these indie developers that are being more passionate than, um, some developers in the AAA scene, really. And
yeah,
I think that shows a
oh,
lot.
definitely.
So kind of leaning into it. So I first I want to ask, because you're honestly the first person that I've really talked to that really really like plays Hollow Knight or Silksong.
Okay, yeah,
Do you think
yeah.
Silksong did it live up to your expectations? Was it worth the wait?
Now I wasn't one of those that like waited day in and day out and only thought about Silksong. Like I played Hollow Knight a few years back, like 3-4 years ago. That was my first time, so I didn't play it when it first came out. But the amount of time that I did wait, I had plenty of other games. But I will say, on the actual question, I believe it did. I believe it exceeded expectations. For me, I love Hollow Knight, but they have two different like ambiances in a way. Like Hollow
Mhm.
Knight's pretty dark. Silksong's not, not dark in certain cases, but it's a little bit brighter, I would say. And there's I love combat in video games, or different like, what would you call it? The styles of
Mm.
fighting in games, and I feel like Silksong really pulled that off well, as an addition to the Hollow Knight mechanics. Because Hornet, which is the main character of Silksong, she's very agile, and they really pulled that off well. And there's utilities that you could use, a bunch of tools you can find. different like abilities and crests and defense, offense. It's crazy. So I think, along with the story, there's little plot things in there. There's so much lore and so much like so many secret areas to explore. I think they pulled it off very well. Exceeded expectations.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I'm happy for Silksong players.
Yeah.
It seems like it's been very positive, which I'm happy for. I always
Oh,
feel bad when people wait for a game like that and then just doesn't meet expectations. I kind of feel that with the
Well, look at
Metro.
GTA 6.
Yeah. Well, I don't think GTA 6 is
I
gonna meet
mean,
anybody's expectations personally, but
no, I
I'm more
mean, I
I'm
don't
more
know if
on
you
the
just heard
negative.
about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I kind of feel that way with the whole Metroid Prime 4 fiasco right now. I heard it's I played. I'm enjoying my playthrough with it,
Are
but I
you?
also
Yeah.
haven't waited for this game for whatever year. This is my first Metroid Prime, so I'm like, oh yeah, this is fun.
Oh, it's your first Metroid Prime?
Yeah, I've never been a Metroid guy.
Dang. Well, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair. But
yeah.
Metroid Prime. So I don't get me wrong. Like I love Metroid Prime. I don't think did I played 3. I didn't play the DS one, but I still have not, and I probably won't anytime soon pick up Metroid Prime 4 just because of Nintendo being Nintendo, and then what I've heard about it, it just doesn't feel like it meets that.
Yeah. Again, I'm enjoying it for
Grittiness,
what it
not grittiness.
is, but I'm not comparing it to anything. So like,
No, totally. Yeah.
I've heard people say like, oh, it's not like as isolated as other Metroids. I'm like, yeah, you have people talking to you constantly. I'm like, but I'm not.
Yeah.
But that's this. But again, my
No,
point.
I mean, if it looks like a decent game, yeah,
Yeah,
and
looks
for people
great.
that didn't
Looks
really,
great. Like
yeah,
visually, oh my god! Like visually, like this is gonna be the game I showed
it
you.
looks
Look what the Switch
fantastic.
2 can do. So
Yeah,
but going back to Hollow Knight, like I'm just glad that it wasn't that situation. Like it just felt like the it was positive all around. I mean, and it got nominated for Game of the Year. So kind of bouncing
yes.
back to the other nominee for Game of the Year, I think it was my number 3 last year. Hades 2. Have you ever played Hades?
No, I have not.
Oh
And my
man.
chat and my friends, they keep telling me to play. I have not played any of Hades. That is on my laundry list of backlog games to play. But I've heard nothing but great things about it.
Yeah, so like I can take the wheel for a bit. Like so Hades 2
Yeah.
Hades I played Hades for the first time I think 2 years ago. It was on a Steam sale, so I bought it on Steam, played the heck out of it, and then it became so much more fun when I got a Steam Deck. I got to play in handheld. I'm like, okay, this is cool.
Much easier.
Yeah, so much nicer. And then when they announced Hades 2, I'm like, okay, finally I'm gonna be on this Hades bandwagon like from the start. Like people always talk about it, and then when they announced it for Switch 2, I'm like, I'm on board. Because I think the Switch 2 runs out like the Hades 2 on Switch 2 runs like 120 FPS in handheld. Like perfect.
Be surprised if it didn't.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I got it, and I think it's funny. It's funny how much I loved Hades 1, but I think Hades 2 is just a far better game. It's cleaner. It's the power-ups you get in that game are like more understandable, I think. Like it's very straightforward, but in a very complex way. Like you never feel like you're just in Hades 1, sometimes you would get a power-up, you're like, okay, yeah, but what does that mean? It says it multiplies the damage of this, and that, but like what does that mean?
So it's vague.
Yeah, kind of vague.
Okay.
This one's very straightforward. The story, I think, is a little bit more enjoyable. The character you play as, I think she's more enjoyable than the main character from the first one. I like the side characters.
It's a different character.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it's a different character.
Okay.
And then the hub world you're in, I really enjoy. I just really enjoyed that game. I played the heck out of it. I think I beat it like. Well, that took me a while. I got to the final boss like the first 2 weeks, but I died in the final boss. It's a roguelike, so like once you die, you kind of start over. But Hades, Hades in general, like the franchise, the series, the first one is what got me into roguelikes. Actually, like roguelikes is this awakening genre that I just found out that I really like, and I gotta thank Hades for that. Like, I loved Hades so much, and it is the game that I constantly pick up. During the summer, I had a summer job that just had me driving everywhere. Like, so, on my long lunches, or like if I was stuck in traffic, or if I have to go get lunch or something. Hades 2 was the game I would pick up and do 1 or 2 rounds, and it just felt like a very nice like pick up and play type of game. And I think a lot of indie games are like that. Like, you don't really need to sit in front of a TV, have this immersive story, and be like, here. No, you can pick up, play it for a few seconds or a few minutes,
Yep.
and then kind of move on with your day. And I think that's the best type of a gaming experience. And it was just giving me something to play on my Switch 2 at the time. But I think this is before.
Oh, totally.
No, Hades 2 came at the end of summer, so that was already after Donkey Kong. But yeah, Hades 2, really great game. I really enjoyed it last year, and I've been wanting to go back to it. That's a game I've also wanted to stream, so that's on my stream list.
Hades 2. Yeah. I
Hades
mean,
2,
that'd
yeah.
be cool since you already played through it, right? Like you
Yeah.
finished it.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that'd be a cool game
there's
to
like an after, like a post game that I never touch. It's like
Mhm.
very difficult. It's kind of cool because they let you see the post game before you beat the game. I'm calling it
Okay.
post game. I don't know if it's actually post game, but it's basically these harder levels. But even when I beat the game, I'm just like, I am not in shape to fight these guys yet. Like these guys are just straight up on a whole nother level. I'm like, okay, well maybe I'll do this another
That's a
time. So,
good way to be because that makes you want to get
yeah.
whatever it is to help beat them, and
Yeah.
you know that's post game type stuff.
And
so
another
that's
game I'll
good.
talk about later, but like, actually I
Okay.
could just lead into it because I've been playing the heck out of this. And this also came out last year. But
Mhm.
I found that I literally bought it like the last week of the year. So I didn't even put it in my top games of the year because I just didn't know it existed. But have you ever heard the game
Wait for.
Ball Pit?
I'm waiting. Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't looked into it.
Yeah, it's a concept. It's really dumb. Have you ever played the game Breakout? It's
Yes.
like
Yeah.
a little ball on the bottom, and then it's basically Breakout,
Mhm.
but roguelike. It's crazy, but it
Just
works.
ball pit.
Ball Pit, yeah, it's ball. I think it's ball
Yeah.
cross pit. It's crazy, and I have put so much time into this game, and my friends have watched me play it. It's like, what are you playing? I'm like, I don't know, man. It's this game with a ball and a pit, and
I mean, that looks interesting.
yeah,
Actually, it looks like more than just what you're describing.
yeah. So so when you in between levels, you can create like a village, and like each
Okay.
house in the village does like, oh, this house will increase your stat for HP. This house will increase your stat, and then you have multiple characters with different like balls with abilities. So like this one's a fireball, this one's an ice ball, this one. It's this whole thing, but let me tell you, it's amazing. And again, I bought it on Switch 2 because it runs at like 120 FPS and it's beautiful.
Oh,
and
so it is on
smooth.
Switch too then. Okay. Because
Yeah,
I see it
yeah.
on Steam.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a Switch 2 edition that people kept talking about. But
Yeah.
I think it was on again. Usually they're on, and that's another great thing about indie games. They're always on sale, and they're already cheap to begin with.
Yes.
So, I think I got this game for
Yeah.
like $15, and then
Well, that's the biggest thing is like they don't necessarily care too much about the profits. They just care about putting it out there, getting people playing it. That way they get more exposure. So
yeah,
no,
for
that's
sure.
it's always good with those.
No, yeah,
That's one worth checking out.
Ball Pit, I recommend. Again, I feel like videos and screenshots will not sell it. It's one of those things like you play, like, oh, I get it. And kind of bouncing what you said a few minutes ago, like that game is the epitome of like I felt like I was getting stronger. That first
Yeah.
level I was playing, I could like, my ball wasn't like high enough level. My character stats weren't great. I didn't have enough village houses. I'm like, man, dude, this first level's hard. There's 11 of these. Like, this is gonna be a long game, and it is a long game. But now I laugh at that first level. Now I get a new character and I can just steamroll through that level because it's
Just
just
stomp through it. Yeah.
and
Those
that
are the
game-
best ones.
Yes, I feel so powerful now. And then now I think I'm on level. There's 11 levels. I think I'm on level 6 right now. I'm just enjoying it so much. And even when I lose, when you die, you lose all your stuff. But I feel like I'm coming back with enough resources to upgrade stuff to my all right, let's do this again. Let's try this again. The character abilities.
So it's a
are also-
roguelike?
It's
A
a roguelike.
roguelike?
Yeah, it's a roguelike ball
Huh.
game. It's really weird. Again, like I said, like I feel like talking about it doesn't sell it. I tried showing my friend today, and she just did not look intrigued by it. I'm like, no, you need to play it. Like it's one of those things. Like even looking at it,
You gotta experience it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of games out there like that.
Yeah. Like if
but
someone was
what you're
streaming that
talking
game,
about
I'd be
is-
like, I'm not gonna watch this. What is this?
Yeah.
But playing it, like
Well, it's like watching Clash of Clans. I don't know. I just don't understand how people could watch Clash of Clans
Yeah,
like that.
I
don't know.
agree.
That's just me.
So
but
shout out to Ball Pit. It also came out last year. And definitely would have been in my top
A lot
10
of
if I
them.
knew about you. but
a lot of them came out last year. It
I
was
know.
insane. Honestly, 2025 was a crazy year for all releases. To be honest, I mean, they're maybe lackluster as compared to others in the past, but I think last year was pretty heavy in good games for what it's worth. Um, Better than it has been at
Yeah.
least. I
Yeah.
feel like we're ramping back up to good games on the AAA side. They're figuring it out slowly, still doing stupid stuff, but uh, I feel like they're getting a little bit better. Nintendo's still money grabbing, but they're putting stuff out at least. But indie games again is just blowing up more and more with like the capabilities of Unreal Engine and Unity and just I guess I mean in some cases AI, but I feel like a lot of them are staying away from it as much as possible, which is good. Um, but indie games are just they are a good main focus right now. So that's good to
Yeah.
hear. Like Ball Pit, games like that. So
Yeah. So kind of leading into like you said last year. One of the things I really I mentioned it on this channel somewhere before, but one of the things I really
Mhm.
wanted my original Switch to be was this gaming device where I just played everything on it. The problem with my original Switch is there's a point where I reached where I'm like, this just feels like a cheap toy. Like I love my Switch, but
Mm.
I don't want to play it in handheld as much as I want to. Also, Switch One wasn't that powerful, so like some games just didn't look
Yeah.
or run well. And as much of a Nintendo boy I am, like power still matters to me. Where I want things to look good. I want things to
Oh,
look,
absolutely.
So with
Yeah.
Switch One, I didn't buy a lot of games that were non Nintendo because I'm just like they're usually not optimized or they're usually just
Mhm.
not good.
Well,
Switch
if you
Two
have a
is
PC, you already
yeah.
have the
The
better
thing is,
version
and
right
I've
there.
already
So
I've already said this like on other places. Like I love my PC, but
mm.
I just can't game at my desk. I really like just laying in bed and playing on my TV. And I do have my
No,
PC
I feel
connected to
that.
my TV. So if I really need to play something, like I'll do it. But like I'm very much
Yeah.
like if I can play a game on my PlayStation or my Switch, I would just
Mhm.
prefer that. But this year I am kind of switching over to just Steam Nintendo because Sony doesn't know how to make a game, so I'm kind of abandoning my PlayStation and
Yeah,
Xbox is
that's
dead
I
to me.
mean,
So
I was about to say Xbox it has been in the same boat. They're basically turning into Sega. Sony just I don't know. They're just saying that they still have the best console. That's about it. So
yeah, I just
yeah,
a whole nother can of worms. But those two consoles I don't
absolutely.
play as much. So I
Yeah.
definitely want to lean more into my Steam library. And my Steam library is really it's big. Steam sales and
Yes.
stuff. I just buy games. And then my Switch. And one thing I did a lot last year was buy a lot of indie games on my Switch.
Mhm.
And I mean a lot. Like, pull it out.
Oh, for
What?
this like just Switch and Switch 2 or just the
Just the
Switch 2?
Switch 2. I've been kind of focusing on
Okay.
Switch 2. I don't know what my Switch is. Um, a game I want, and these are just kind. I'm just gonna kind of throw games out there. And be like, these are games
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
been
yeah.
playing. Sea of Stars, masterpiece. I love that game. Played that game a little on PlayStation, and I immediately regretted buying it on PlayStation because this felt like a handheld game.
Mhm.
It was on sale for Christmas. I'm like, you know what? I'm buying it. Been playing that again. Great story, great art style, fantastic music. Shout out to Sea of Stars. I heard the
Love the
DLC for
music in
that
games.
game is great. I have no idea what the DLC is. I told myself I'm not gonna buy the DLC until or the DLC might be free actually. I'm not gonna play the DLC until I beat the game. Shout out to Sea of
Yeah.
Stars. Um oh Balatro.
Balatro,
Balatro.
that's the one. Okay.
Balatro was a game. So I tend to do this a lot for the Game Awards. When I don't play the game, I usually get mad when people talk. I don't know why. It's pretty petty, but I'll admit it.
Mm.
Like when people said, "Oh, Balatro's getting nominated for Game of the Year," I'm like, "The card game? That dumb game?" Like, no,
I
what
feel like that
the?
was a lot of people.
Yeah,
I feel like that was a lot of people
when It
though.
Takes
Yeah.
Two won, I guess It Takes Two is an indie game too. When it takes, well,
Mm.
actually, I don't know. Is it
I think it might be. I think it's in between.
like published by EA, but it wasn't made by EA.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That
when
was
it
2024, I believe,
yeah,
was those, yeah.
Overwatch. When It Takes Two won Game of the Year, I got so mad. I'm like, why did that win? And then I played it. I'm like, oh yeah, no, it should have won. It's definitely my Game of the Year. So
Yeah.
Balatro is the same thing. When Balatro got nominated, I'm like, And I try to make it a thing, like, I try to play all the nominated games, so I'm like, "Oh, I gotta play Balatro." And I waited because I just didn't really wanna play the card game. When it came out, when Switch 2 came out, I'm like, "You know what? I'm gonna buy the Balatro." And I bought Balatro, and it's still a game I play weekly to this day. I love
That's
Balatro.
amazing.
If Max, my friend Max, if you're watching this, you were right. He and Edwin, they always kept telling me, "Dude, Balatra's the bee's knees." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And then I started
I
playing.
still
I'm
need to
like,
play that.
"Yeah, you haven't played it?"
Not yet.
Oh
I've
man,
watched streamers play it. I've watched some content about it. It does look like something I would enjoy, like either in my off time or just sitting on the couch or
yeah,
something. When the Switch 2 came out, I saw the Balatro was coming out for it, and I said to myself, I'm going to get it. Just haven't, mainly because of life and other games and
yeah,
Donkey Kong and all this other
yeah.
stuff. So
Oh man,
yeah,
like I highly recommend. That is a game that like you can just play in bed 1 or 2 rounds. And a few weeks ago, I
yeah.
went out to dinner with one of my best friends, um, and I was telling him about this game. He's like, "Oh yeah, I have it downloaded on
Mm.
my phone." And I'm like, "Have you played it?" He's like, "No." And it was like an hour wait for our table. So I'm like, "Let me just show you how to play." So I brought my Switch. I'm like, "Okay." And he's playing, and like you can see it just click in his head. And I'm like, "Oh, we got him, boys." And he got hooked. I dropped him off at home, and like 2 hours later, he's sending me screenshots like, "Dude, look at my score." I'm like, "Bro,
So
he's
you can play it on the phone.
yeah."
I didn't realize that they
Yeah,
had that on
he
the
had it
phone.
on the phone.
Oh,
I think it's on everything, but he had it on the
yeah,
phone, which for a game like that, it'd probably be a little bit more convenient if you want to play like um anytime. But
yeah.
yeah, Balatro, great game. Another game that I feel like I gave a hard time for no reason. So shout out to Balatro. What other games have I been playing? Tiny Tinykin.
Tinykin?
Tinykin is a game I've been obsessed with
Kin.
too. It's filling my Pikmin need.
Really?
It's basically Pikmin and
A
Mario if they had a
Pikmin-like?
baby. It's like a platformer.
Huh.
Like the levels are like very Mario 64-ish, but the
Okay.
gameplay is Pikmin. Masterpiece. Masterpiece.
Man, you've
Golf.
been picking up some of the outliers too. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm telling you, like I see a game like, ooh, that looks kind of interesting. Golf Story, an old Switch original. Golf
Mhm.
Story, my friend mentioned, and I'm like, ooh, I could play that again. Picked up Golf Story again.
Is that an older one?
Golf Story came out in 2017. Yeah,
Okay,
that
yeah.
was I think that was a Switch One launch title or around launch window. That was a big game when the Switch One came out. Um,
Yeah, I didn't pick the Switch up until 2020, so
oh, okay,
there is
yeah,
that.
no, that
Yeah.
was there from day one. Um, I want to shout out, what's this called? Minami M Minami Lane? Minami Lane is a cute little $4 town simulator that was made by a husband and wife on their honeymoon. I learned that
That's
story.
funny.
Yeah, very cute
Uh,
game. Very short, like, you can probably clean up that game, like, in, like, 5 hours, but it's also, like, a $4
mm,
game, so, like, I'm not upset about it. I showed my other best friend this, and she fell in love with it. I think she got it on Steam for herself, like, it's a very cute game, uh, very cute. Moonlighter, I think Moonlighter
heard
2
of
comes
that.
out yeah, Moonlighter 2 comes out soon, not for Switch for some
Mm,
reason, but Moonlighter, is like a roguelike town. I really like simulators, not
okay.
clear. So, like, when I'm setting up a town, I'm setting up a shop, when I'm setting up, like, base somewhere, um, I get really excited. You add dungeon crawling to that, I get excited.
Mhm.
You add roguelike elements to that, I'll get excited. You put them all together, you get Moonlighter, and I love it. Moonlighter is a game I still put. I'm not gonna lie, once I found out there was a part 2 coming, I kinda slowed down a little. I'm like, "Oh." When I know there's a part 2
Yeah.
coming, I'm like, "Oh, I'll just wait for the second one."
You're big into roguelikes then.
I'm telling you, Hades changed my life. Like, roguelikes,
Yeah.
it just I wasn't a roguelike guy, like, 4 years ago. Like, ever
Mhm.
since then, I just really like again, I like the element of getting stronger. I like the element like, "Oh, yeah, I can see my progress. Oh." And I like the reminiscing of, like, "Damn, remember when I couldn't beat that first boss, but now I just, like, look at him funny and now he just dies?" Like, stuff like that,
Mhm.
like, I really gravitate towards. Like, there's Hollow Knight.
Well,
Is cut
on that, talking about how, you start picking up a game or a type of game like a roguelike or something, and then you finally figure out that that's your type or your genre, right? That's kind of how I was with Tunic. in that, and that's one of my favorite indie games, at least right now, is Tunic. And I don't know, have you played Tunic?
I have a platinum trophy on that on PlayStation.
Okay, yeah, so I mean that I never really played a Souls game, I don't think, until a Souls-like until that, because I didn't realize how Souls-like Tunic was until I started playing it. And obviously I picked it up because I'm like, "Oh wow, that looks like a Zelda game that I can play on the Xbox." And I was like, "All right, cool." So I picked it up, and man, did I fall in love with the this I don't even know what to call it. Uh the fear in the back of your mind for a Souls-like game,
Yeah.
that you just lose everything. You have to start over if you just get tossed, and it's just that combined with the Zelda adventure, the puzzles, and just the mystery behind it was crazy. And then what is it? Not indie games, but the Jedi games came out. So Fallen Order and Survivor. Huge Star Wars geek, but those games are just fantastic with that too. And I fell in love with the Souls likes after that.
Yeah,
But
see,
yeah, that was just a little tangent from there.
would you call Tunic like a Souls-like? I've never even thought about it like that.
I think they did, and I could see where it would be called. They took it one might not be a Souls like, but they took Dark Souls like nuances and had it within them, if you would call it that. I mean, the way
I can see it too.
you die, start over.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be able to call that a roguelike in a way, but I think it was more Souls-ish. But yeah.
No, I can see the Souls-like aspect. I never even thought about it like that. That game was so weird for me because I'm pretty sure I played that game last year. I was this last half of the year last year. No, 2 years ago, I guess now. I was just sick most of the year. So I was in bed, I was just recovering. I that game was like a trance to me because I was just playing it while sick. Issue up one nose, eye drooping, but I was just playing. But I vaguely remember parts of that game, and then I remember the scary parts of that game because I'm hallucinating. I'm like, what the heck is it?
It got dark.
Yeah, that game was
what it was.
great, beautiful game. Now, I played it on PlayStation. That was an Xbox exclusive originally, no?
It was, yeah. It was on the Xbox. I remember because that's where I started playing it. That's where I finished it too. Yeah. I
wonder what made me buy that game. I know. Looking like Zelda definitely piqued my interest.
Yeah, I would definitely play it on the Switch too. I would definitely be able to.
Is that game on Switch too?
I don't know, but if it is, I might actually pick it up.
That's my kind of leaning into my the Switch 2. Obviously, I'm enjoying my Switch 2 because it's more powerful and it doesn't feel like a cheap toy. It feels pretty
it feels for what
solid. It is. Yeah. But because these are still Switch games, some games just don't run well. Like Tinykin is still a 30 FPS game. And then I look at footage on PlayStation and stuff, I'm like, oh. But all they have to do is just uncap it, but they would have to go in and do that themselves. So some indie games I have, unfortunately, oh man, this would be better on another console. So I really hope more indie games just kind of update. They don't have to give it a graphical update because indie games usually have art styles that are timeless.
Yes, yeah.
But that frame rate though.
Yeah, I feel like part of it is them trying to talk with Nintendo about getting dev kits or something too.
Yeah,
there seems to be a lot of discussions with Nintendo and companies right now. So
yeah, that's what I heard too.
I don't know what's going on there.
Any other games you've been playing indie wise? Again, I can keep going.
Indie wise, so Silk Song. I'm looking to pick up Clair Obscur at some point, which I don't know. That's on the verge of indie, but not
I guess
indie.
That is an indie
basically,
game.
Technically, I think, yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Edwin, I'm
sorry. No, Bawatra's been on my list. What?
No, I'm saying my cousin Edwin, that's his probably favorite game of all time now. I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't mention.
My buddy has just been nagging me about playing it.
It's a good game. But, I played it. I'm like, I want that game on Switch too, so bad. Coming, I know it is.
I could see it coming to Switch too.
It's coming to Switch too. I need it.
I feel like if they can port a game like Skyrim or something over there, I'm sure they could do Clair Obscur. But no, I haven't really been not playing lately too much else. I do have a couple not indie games on my backlog, but outside of Hades 2, obviously I want to pick up Stardew because I've been hearing that they have updates. I think You were just talking about it when right before we started this. My friends always want me to play Stardew. I've been looking into Animal Well, just another little Metroidvania platformer game. I think it is. I'm not sure exactly what it entails. I haven't looked into it in a while, but I have that on my list.
I've played
There's
Animal
a
Well.
few, huh?
I've played Animal Well. That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's like a
is it?
Metroidvania, but like there's no combat in it. It's just like a exploration.
Like a little adventure, just
Yeah.
exploration game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely looking into that. But I mean, I've played. Have you played Outlast at all?
That's the
The
scary
horror
game.
game Outlast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever played those?
I played there's 2 of them, right?
There's like 3,
Oh,
I
I
think.
played
There's Outlast 1, and there's like Outlast something.
played the first one, I think.
Outlast 1, Outlast 2, Outlast Trials. That's what it was. I haven't played Trials yet, but apparently I'm not huge into horror games, but something about Outlast, it just like it was horrifying. But the way they did it and everything, for an indie game, I mean, it was pretty crazy. So I played that like a couple years back. So nothing too
Outlast
recent.
I didn't even know Outlast was an indie game.
It's considered that, I guess. I looked it up a week ago just out of curiosity. I was like wondering who did it. I can't remember the studio, but it's indie-ish, I guess. So
I'm just saying.
yeah, no, for what it's
the
worth,
line becomes so blurred now.
it's very
Yeah.
it's a weird line.
Yes,
yeah,
very.
but no, I haven't picked up many games in general. I've just been playing what I have right now. But just looking at how the indie scene's been with 2024, or yeah, into 2025 with Balatro, freaking Baldur. Well, is Baldur's Gate 3 indie? Not really.
That's not indie. No,
Definitely not indie. But with Balatro, games like that, and then you look at what we just talked about with the 2025 games of the year, Silk Song, and things like that getting up there. It's I'm looking forward to seeing what's in 2026.
Yeah, and
but I haven't been keeping up too well with it. Exactly.
I mean, this in 2026. I have a game on my radar. It's I don't know what it's called. They announced at the Game Award. They didn't even announce it like it was just like on an ad break, but it's a Switch 2. I think it's a Switch 2 exclusive, but it looks like old 80s anime. It's like a It Takes Two game.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what
I think
it's called.
I know the one you're.
I'm pretty sure that's indie. I'm just assuming. It looks like very indie-ish, but
there was one. I think it was called Cairn. I don't know if it was at the Game Awards this year. I remember seeing it mentioned somewhere, but it's like this kind of It Takes Two thing, but you're rock climbing. You're climbing up this mountain sort of thing. It just looks interesting.
peak.
There's also a few others. I can't remember the names of them. I'm terrible with the names.
Yeah.
But there was like this Steamboat Willie-esque
oh yes, I know what you're talking about.
shooter thing.
Yes.
And it's probably not something I would love, but it looked interesting for what it was.
Yeah.
Slay the Spire, I think, is coming out with another game too. I've looked into that. I've never played it, but it looks interesting to me, so it might be something I pick up for the first one. And I know I remember what exactly. I think it doesn't I think Animal Crossing, well no, they just came out with an update, right? What's the other one? Stardew Valley should have something coming up here soon.
Stardew Valley's update
maybe
just came out like last week or 2 weeks ago.
Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Man,
but
you need to try Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley.
I really need to get into it.
Stardew Valley's so good. Stardew Valley. So when Stardew Valley, when I bought Stardew Valley on Switch back in 2017 or 18, that was a game like, yeah, this is cool. I like it. But I didn't fully appreciate it until me and my best friend, we had a COVID scare, and we were staying inside. Luckily we were fine, but we were staying inside for like a week because we were waiting for this is when tests took like a week to come back. Like they didn't have like take home tests yet. So we're like, what do we do? So we just played Stardew Valley, and we played so much Stardew Valley to the point where like we almost platinumed the whole game. When if you know the platinum, like it's a lot. Like, we had every
I've never,
fish.
I've never had the PlayStation and Platinums, but my buddy tells me that
Oh yeah,
it's
we
a
had
lot.
every fish, every crop, we had everything. We just put so much time
Yep.
into that game, and it was that week that really made me appreciate the game for what it is. That game, one, it's so much more fun with a friend, I think. I think that's
Yeah.
something like
A lot of games are.
when I try going back and playing, like, just myself, I think it's a little bit more difficult. Playing with like friends and getting like a farm together, I think that's a lot more. But I got to the point like that. The music in that game is pristine. Me and her ended up going to a Stardew Valley concert. We saw the creator of the game and stuff. Like, I didn't even know this. The creator of the game is
That's
also
so
the creator
cool.
of the music. So he
Yeah.
does
He
both.
created everything from what I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
He did like everything.
One of his
Just
jokes
like with Animal Well, I think.
Yeah. One of his
Yeah.
jokes at the concert was like, I wanted to make music. No one wanted to take my music. So I just made a game so I can use my music. I'm like, that's hilarious.
That's badass. That's a
Yeah.
cool way to look at that.
Stardew
Or
Valley,
do that.
you need to play that. That is a great game.
Yeah.
If you even play it on
My
PC, there's even
yeah.
mods. Oh my god, there's a mod I've been wanting to play. Like, it adds a whole nother village. It's so cool. Like,
Yeah.
shout out to Stardew Valley. I love that game so much. They just added the
Yeah.
Switch 2 edition, which added mouse controls, and I tried it out the other day. They feel great. So that's a game I want to come back to.
Yeah. Huh.
But
Interesting.
there's just so many games to play right now. It's kind of overwhelming, to be honest. But
You said mouse controls on the Switch 2 for Stardew?
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Because it is PC as well, so that
I'm
makes
probably
sense.
like the only person on this planet that uses the mouse controls. Last night on my Animal Crossing stream, I was literally waiting down till 9:00 until the Switch 2 version came out, and I mean, I used the mouse controls. I literally bought a mouse pad for my desk just so I can use mouse controls.
I've used it once or twice just to see how it works. It's interesting. It's cool.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
I just haven't done much else with it.
Yeah.
So
there's not a lot of games that use it, and I don't think I would ever play a shooter with it. I don't think it's a good shooter mouse. But if I just need to point at something, it works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Animal Crossing, or if on Stardew Valley, it's when you're organizing your inventory. Like, it'll make things a little quicker. What's nice is when you're doing the controller, like, you can be playing like this, and then immediately when you do this, it knows you're in mouse mode. There's like there's no like
I didn't realize it switches over that quick.
Yeah,
Huh.
it knows, so you don't have to like go through settings. It's like, okay, controller, mouse, controller, mouse. So pretty cool.
That's pretty intuitive, actually.
Yeah, very nice.
Huh. No, that's cool.
Water break.
Yeah, you're good. Not much else as far as indie goes for me. So not right now.
Yeah, well, we gotta crack open that indie vault for you.
A little bit more, yeah.
There's so many.
I have a lot of plans.
Yeah, there's so many legacy titles. Like, the thing about indie games, I just feel like I think now they're getting the appreciation they should. But we're also, and this goes for any game really. There's always just gonna be those games that just are too niche for people to, try or
try
get
out
the light of day. One of my favorite indie games of all time. I don't even know how this game was on Game Pass, and I downloaded it, and this is like the definition of a Randy game. It's called Unpacking. I don't know if you know.
Never heard of it.
The game is basically you're in a house and you're unpacking. You just moved. You're unpacking boxes. It sounds dumb.
Okay.
It is dumb.
It sounds simple, yeah.
But the music
in games gets me all the time.
This music. So I showed my best friend this, and she fell in love with it too. So I played it. She watched me play, fell asleep with it, and I beat it. And then vice versa. She played it. I fell asleep to it. And because I kept falling asleep to her playing it, this music, like, you start playing this music, I am gonna knock out. Like, it is like my trance, like, oh, I'm getting sleepy. Like, it's so weird. And I'm not even over exaggerating. You can play it and you can just
No.
visibly be like,
I mean, from what I've heard of like Stardew Valley's music, I mean, even like going back to Tunic, I mean, the music, it's just the instrumental music in games. Silk Song even has amazing music. I mean, There are plenty AAA games that do too, but yeah, in the indie titles, they really like go all in. Especially, I think the music aspect. Have you played Deltarune or Undertale?
I played Undertale. I haven't played Deltarune.
Okay, well, Deltarune, frick. I mean, Toby Fox is killing it, right? He's got another chapter coming out here. I can't remember when, but music in that is phenomenal in all aspects. He has all sorts of genres, but
He does music
yeah,
in
no, the
Pokemon
whimsical
now.
stuff, huh?
He does music in Pokemon now too.
He does like for
Yeah.
the Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Oh,
He has music in Scarlet and
I
Violet.
did not know that.
And he did music, I believe in Sword and Shield's DLC. Some of the best music in Scarlet and Violet is Toby Fox.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I that's one thing I'll give Scarlet and Violet is like some of the ambient stuff, the music. I mean, Pokemon in general is all. I've loved the Pokemon music since.
Did you get to Area Zero in Scarlet and Violet?
Oh yeah, I got everything done.
That music, that's Toby Fox's music. Area Zero.
Really?
Yeah.
The Area Zero
the battle theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I need to look into that. I didn't realize that actually. Oh, that's a cool little note.
I think he did music for Legends Z8 too. I saw someone.
It surprised me.
Yeah, I saw someone post something on Twitter and like, oh, Toby Fox does it again. But I don't know that that's confirmed. I think it could be assuming that he did Legends Z8, but I don't know. It seems like when Toby Fox makes a friend, like they keep him because he also did music for Smash Brothers. So, and I know Toby Fox and
that's news to me too. I did not know that.
Yeah, Toby Fox and Sakurai, the guy who makes Smash Brothers, they're like besties.
Yeah,
they go to each other's house all the time.
That's cool. That's really cool, actually.
Yeah. But anyways, you're right. Yeah, his music is pretty. When my last job I worked at was kind of teaching kids over Zoom. This is during pandemic, so oh my god, all the kids talked about was Toby Fox music, Toby Fox music, Toby Fox music, and obviously some of the Toby Fox's music has become like a meme, but you know, in the best way possible.
I mean, yeah, it's the memes that are good. They're good nature, not
people.
Yeah, you'll be remembered for some stupid nature.
Yeah, I know for sure. Yeah, I've been wanting to play Deltarune. That's a game that I heard is really good.
You should. I think the chapter 1 and 2 are still free.
Or cheap? I don't remember. Free?
I believe they are. Maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe it was cheaper. But 3, I think it's after 2 is when you have to buy the full game for everything else that comes after. You know, because he has 4 out right now. He has 5 coming out. I want to say 6 and 7, or maybe just 6 after that. Something like that.
Dang. Okay. So
I can't remember exactly, but yeah, I think 1 might be free still, or something. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well,
but they're great. Like he just keeps doing it. Apparently, Undertale was like, was it Undertale or Deltarune? I can't remember. One of the couple of people in chat were telling me that while he was making Deltarune, he released Undertale as like just to, I guess or see people's reactions to it. So Undertale was like a side product apparently of Deltarune. So
the best side project ever conceived.
Between that, the hype for Silk Song and everything, those I feel like between Toby Fox and Team Cherry, like they're like the ringleaders of like leading the way for indie games right now.
Yeah,
because I mean, I don't know if you.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't know if you noticed like the price talks about Silk Song when it came out, or Silk Song when it came out. What was it, $30 or what is it? $30, I think. Yeah, actually, I think that might actually be closer to what it was. I think actually you're right. And people were like, "Oh, that's horrible for us," like especially as indie games and stuff. It's like, no, this is an indie game. Like, that's not horrible for you guys. Like, you're fine.
You know, it's funny.
That's how.
Yeah, in the spectrum of I think another reason why I picked up indie games so much is because getting a new console, you want new stuff to play, and playing, even if it's an old game, it can be considered new to you because you haven't played it.
Exactly.
And I don't want to sit here and buy $50, $60 games, especially if there's Switch versions of the game where I'm like, I already know these aren't going to run it great. So gravitating towards these cheaper indie titles, that are always on sale, or even when they're not on sale, it's still 1/4 the price of a normal full price game.
It's
Um,
disgusting nowadays. Yeah.
it's very enticing, and I think that's why I've also fallen in love with indies so much. Every time I play a new indie game, I literally talk to, whether it's my sister or my friends. I just tell them, like, I'm just really enjoying this game. Like, this game just brings me genuine joy, and I genuinely think, like, indies are gonna be carrying us for the next few years, just in the
They
passion
have to.
department. Yeah, I think we live in
The passion alone.
a scary time where, like, the passion in a lot of games, I feel like, just aren't really there, because you have these, like, horror stories in the background of, like, oh, time crunching, or oh, harassment, or oh, this and that, like, oh, we need to make a profit, oh, and there's so much you don't get that in the indie scene.
Microtransactions are gonna be the death of the game industry if it
Microtransaction,
keeps going
yeah,
on. Like,
and
yeah.
it's very rarely, and I feel so sad because I love games, but it feels so
Mhm.
I feel like the games that make me genuinely smile, and, like, the passion I feel is very far in between. Like, last year, the 3 games
Yeah.
that can come to mind are, Hades, Hollow Knight. I didn't even play Hollow Knight, but I can feel that
Yeah.
passion and love
The
that this
nostalgia, the passion.
yeah, this from the community and the developers. Donkey Kong, like, and
Mhm.
AAAs aren't, like, immune to it. Like, there can be passion in AAA games.
Oh,
It's just
absolutely.
far
Yeah.
less than I would like it, to be honest. So, that's
Well, it
why I
seems more
think,
toxic with the AAA guys is what it
yeah,
is. Yeah.
and when companies, when all they want is money, it's just gonna get, and again, the economic landscape isn't great. I understand that, but,
No.
you know,
A lot
charging
of things aren't great just in
yeah,
general with AI and the economy. Um, Everything is impacting the game industry in very negative ways right now.
yes, for
So,
sure.
yeah.
So, but
Um,
in this dark tunnel, I'm glad that we have indie games and, indie
no,
developers
indie
that
games are the
yeah.
way right now
Yeah, and
and for the future. You're
I
right.
think people don't understand that indie developers they're us. They're people like us who
Mhm.
have been through it, been
Love
through the
games.
mud, they love games,
Yeah.
and they wanna do something about it, and they are doing something about it. And
Mhm.
it could be a game like Expedition 33, which feels like a AAA game, and it's full-fledged, whole RPG, story, voice acting, or it can be something simple as Ball Pit, like, these things in my head, like, they compete against each other because I feel the passion, because it's fun, because I wanna play it constantly, and I think that's important. I think people get too worked up in, like, comparing, apples to oranges. Um,
Well, I feel like, on that apples to oranges reference is like graphics nowadays.
yeah.
It's like people will judge a book by its cover. They look at, I don't know, one of the most highly artistic random games that don't have good gameplay from Unreal Engine. Like somebody has amazing graphics, but it has lackluster gameplay. I don't know. They'll overlook something like if you were talking about Ball Pit or Balatro because it's a card game. Like if it didn't get as much hype, I don't know. I mean, Balatro probably would have been fine. But yeah, no, it's the apples to oranges reference is perfect because people look at graphics. Like if it's good graphics, then it's the best game around. That's not true. Like
and
it's all about the gameplay. Like,
Balatch is a good example of, I think, us getting past that, because if you go back
mhm.
and look at the Game Awards, they have the orchestra music and they show the gameplay of all the games, and you're getting games like, what was that year? Zelda? Zelda?
24.
Yeah, what was in that
Um,
year?
I don't think was Tears of the Kingdom there or
No, that was
2023. I think that was
23.
23. Well, Baldur's Gate, Astrobot,
Astrobot. So you're getting games like Astrobot,
Black Myth Wukong.
you're getting
Oh, actually, on that,
is that an indie game?
Black Myth Wukong was amazing. Did you ever play that?
No. Is that an indie game?
I don't believe it's a Chinese game. Hold on. Uh, it was developed by Game Science. Hold on, let me look it up. I don't think it is technically. Uh, Let me see if it's considered. Uh, They're an acclaimed developer, so probably not, but not well known, at least in the West, you know. But I will say that was a great game. It was Souls inspired, but the graphics alone, fantastic. But they had that story, the gameplay, the combat,
Pretty good things
the
about
upgradability, the talents, and everything you had. Amazing stuff. So yeah, 2024 was pretty good, just as 2025 was. But yeah, Balatro was up there with that.
Yeah, so like,
yeah.
imagine looking at all these high graphic games and then you seeing a card game. Like, I think years ago people would scoffed at that or laughed at that, but we got to a point and we appreciate indies and we appreciate gameplay, and these graphic wars, they're always gonna be there. There's always gonna be people comparing things and stuff, but I'm glad. And again, even me, I wasn't even mad that the graphics are bad. I was mad that it was a card game. But even me, like, I got past that. Like, once I played it, I'm like, actually, hold on, they're cooking here. So
the game loop is fun.
Yeah. So, I think we're getting past that, and again, I think it's just getting only brighter for indies, and I think even
definitely.
not even developers, publishers like Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, they realize how big these indie games can get. I mean, people were fighting for this, who wanted to announce Silksong. Like, it became this war of like, oh, we want to announce it. No, we want to announce it. Like, no, we want the rights.
When I saw Silksong be teased, sorry to cut you off, but when Silksong was teased at like some Nintendo Direct last summer or whatever, people lost their shit. Like, sorry if no cussing or whatever.
You're good.
People were crazy, right? Like, that little 3-second clip of Silksong in a Nintendo Direct, whatever it was, showcase, it just blew up like crazy. So yeah, the community is there, and the community knows. We as the community know what we want, and we want good games like the indie game devs are giving us. So yeah.
So
no, it's really good.
I want to talk about one more game.
Okay.
My favorite indie game of all time. Honestly, it's in my top 10 games of all time.
What's that?
Celeste.
So I have been hearing a lot. That came out what, like 3-4 years ago or something?
2018, nominated for Game of the Year.
2018. Wow. Okay, a long time ago then. Never mind. A while ago now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love Celeste so much. Celeste, I have 100%ed platinum trophy, 100% achievements on Xbox, on PlayStation, on Steam, and on Switch. I have 100%.
So multiple platforms. Okay.
Yes. I have streamed that game once, and I beat it in one stream. I want to stream it again because I just want to play more Celeste. Like, that game, I don't even know why I bought that game. I don't know even when I bought that game, but I remember playing that game, and just the music. I know we keep talking about music, but it's crazy that
that's a big part.
It's crazy that crazy that indie games have such good music. Because, not saying they shouldn't, but like, that's a high budget. Like, you need, that's some, it takes talent and money. It shows that indie developers have that time and maybe not money, but like, if you have the talent, you can kind of
the resources.
The resources.
Yeah.
Celeste might be my favorite soundtrack of all time, if I'm being completely transparent. It's up there. It's definitely up there.
That's strong. That's a strong statement.
Yeah. That game's music, the art style, the characters, the story, fantastic. I don't know if you're familiar with Celeste's story.
Not in particular. I've seen some gameplay of it, and it looks interesting. But no, like, what's it all about?
So basically, the whole shtick is that you're trying to climb this mountain, the Celeste Mountain, and basically the main character, Maddie, she's dealing with anxiety. She has anxiety. She's kind of going through depression.
It's like LGBTQ based or something, or
this one, no, because she has a boyfriend, or not really a boyfriend, but
okay. I thought, okay,
yeah.
I think it's the same game though. I'm listening though.
So basically, the game kind of feeds off your anxiety, and the game's hard. The game's very difficult. You're gonna die hundreds, maybe thousands of times. Every time you beat a level, it'll tell you how many times you died. But the game feeds off your anxiety, your frustration, but it feeds off it in a great way of like, look, you conquered it. Like, hey, you were mad 10 minutes ago, at that one part of the level, but you conquered it. And
It's a platformer, right?
yeah, exactly. It's a 2D platformer, and
Mhm.
it's so good. If you man, that would be a good game to stream. That's a good game.
Yeah,
Good.
I know people have talked about it. I've known about it. I just
Yeah.
haven't played it.
That game is a fun stream game because you will constantly die and it's funny and you get good clips out of it. Yada yada yada. I want to restream that because back when I streamed that, I was still figuring out my setup. So like my voice audio and the
Mhm.
game, I think the game's too loud, so I couldn't really. I want to redo it because one, I want to play Celeste, but two, I hate when voice stuff doesn't work out. But man, what a game! It's a game I constantly talk about. Sometimes I'll just be in the car, I'll be like, damn, I want to play Celeste. Like it's just a game that I just
People
always
s
want to play.
Yeah, people speedrun that too, right? Like, it's one of those
Mhm.
games that people speedrun?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The game
Yeah.
just controls like a speedrunning game. Like you're gonna play it and you're like,
Yep.
it feels like the game wants me to speedrun it. It's really weird. Like
So it's pretty
you know,
fast-paced in a way?
fast paced, yeah.
Kind
When
of.
you
Okay.
one of my favorite shout out to another indie game, Super Meat Boy, but it's like Super Meat Boy
Mhm.
where like when you die, you're instantly back in. There's no loading screen, there's no like game mode. Like you're in. Boom, boom. You can
Mhm.
die like 15 times within like 7 seconds. Like it's just like boom, 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 boom,
That
boom, boom,
sounds
boom.
awful, but
Yeah, it is
also
awful,
it
but
makes you
it's so fun.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, it
Huh.
feeds off that. It's difficult because you're going through
For a
it, because
reason.
Maddie's going through it. So it's like a double
Yeah.
layer. So when Maddie's like, "I did it," you're like, "Yeah,
So
I
it's
did
very
it."
mental.
Yes, no,
Okay.
it's crazy. The
Huh.
story is not in your face, but if you let
Yeah.
it be, it'll be in your face. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. But
No, yeah, it does make sense.
yeah,
And that's the kinda nuance that I think a lot of bigger games lack in general,
yeah,
is
oh
just
for sure.
gripping you in that way.
Yeah,
So,
I think Celeste is
uh
one of those. Celeste and Stardew Valley, I think, are one of those leading indie games that kind of started bringing indie games more to the front. Kinda like,
I could definitely see
Toby
that.
Fox,
Yeah.
the girl who makes the music and made Celeste, now
Mhm.
kinda got hired, now she's doing music. I just found this out, like, a few months ago. She does music in
Mm.
Minecraft now and stuff. She's
That's
off
cool.
yeah, she's off doing great things. Her music in Minecraft too.
Uh-huh.
Mm,
Amazing. See, I haven't
yes.
touched Minecraft in at least, like, year and a half, 2 years, but,
Or if
that
well,
is technically still an indie game, I think, right?
it used to be, now it's made by
Used to be,
yeah,
yeah.
Mojang or Mojang? Yeah, Mojang.
Mojang, yeah.
Um, I don't know when this is being posted, but they could be posted. No, it's probably gonna be posted after. That means the Minecraft server of 2026 is going on right now. Which I'm
Oh,
very excited
yours?
for. Yes, February 2nd.
Nice,
But I'm pretty sure it's going after February
nice.
2nd. So, could be over too, but no. But yeah. Oh man,
Just gotta get it out.
when I was listening to the Minecraft music, I saw her name in the parentheses. I'm like, why is her name there? And I looked into it. I'm like, no way she made this music. No way. I'm like, God, this music is peak. Yeah, I
Yeah.
highly recommend Celeste.
No, I'll definitely check that out along with everything else I have on
Yeah,
my
there's
list, but there's so many good games out there.
yeah,
But the audio, I think, is for you, obviously. For me, I think audio makes or breaks an already well playing game
100%.
as being like a perfect game. Uh, like not just the music, but the music, the sounds in general. Um, like you really gotta do it right. So
Yeah, and
yeah, no,
again, it just
that's
seems
awesome
like,
to hear.
I feel like, kind of just to wrap it up for us, like, I think indie games are just evolving, so
In the right
gracefully.
way.
Yeah, so gracefully, like,
Yeah.
they're, they're getting more, accessible to, like, tools they need to make the games they
Mhm.
imagine. Again, you look at games like Expedition 33 where, when I played Expedition 33, it had its graphical problems, but, like, it still looked fantastic,
Yeah.
the gameplay in that was, pristine, and they even got, like, freaking, like, AAA, like, voice actors, like, the guy who plays Daredevil, I forgot his name.
Oh, Charlie Cox. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I saw that. That was
yeah,
surprising.
yeah, you see that they have the tools and the marketing for it, and, what's great about indie games now is they have the chance to show up at these, like, Nintendo Directs, Xbox showcases, PlayStation stuff, and still make a splash. I remember when
Yep.
Expedition 33 got announced, and it immediately piqued my interest. It didn't come out for a while, but when it came out, I'm like, Oh, I remember
I
this
was very
game.
curious about it.
Yeah, this game, I remember this game a few years back. Like it really made a splash for me. So like it's great to see indie games have that power now where when you're in a Nintendo Direct, people are looking for Marios and Zeldas and Pokemon and stuff, but it's great that coming out of it, you can also be talking about Hollow Knight Silk Song, or even if it's 3 seconds of Hollow Knight Silk Song, like
Not
it
even
has
Nintendo
this,
related necessarily.
yeah, it has this
Yeah.
this power, this, way to kind of reach audiences beyond just like the
Mhm.
fandom of that specific presentation. So I think
Oh,
in that regard,
absolutely.
I think indies are doing great. There's a lot of indie games we haven't even talked about, like, that maybe we don't even know about, or maybe that I just
I'm
kind of
sure
just,
that 2026 is a new year, and
yeah,
every year it seems like there's something new or additional that's going on. I mean, Silk Song's got the first DLC coming out here soon, free, and
free. I
then
saw
what
that
other
free.
games are coming out? Yeah, like there's probably a lot more we don't know about.
And that's the great thing about these platforms or these games that I want to kind of shout out to is like most of the time, once you're in, you're
Mhm.
in. I bought Stardew
Yeah,
Valley 8 years ago, and I'm still getting free updates for it. No charge. No, that's awesome. Silk
yep.
Song was a game people waited 7 years for, and now they're getting free DLC. Sea of Stars, I mentioned earlier, that
$30
had,
game,
yeah,
$20 game, whatever it was. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
These games are just boom, boom, boom. You're just in, and that's all they want. They just want you in their ecosystem,
I want you to
and
play their masterpiece that
exactly,
they
and they don't want to
created.
nickel and
Yeah,
dime you, which I 100%
and
appreciate.
that's
Especially
yeah.
as an adult, when everything's so expensive, I don't wanna be spending money. As a kid, maybe I wouldn't think about it much, but
I mean,
now,
even as a kid, I think
yeah.
especially as a kid right now, because as a kid trying to get into games nowadays, I mean, we're adults and we're like, oh man, that's a little bit pricey, even like a little bit. Kids and their parents, I mean, the parents don't want to drop that much money usually. So yeah, I think indie games are perfect for every crowd right now, and they're doing well.
Shout out to indie games. Uh,
Yep. Shout out to indie games.
Although I do wanna do a rest in peace for the people who were making Celeste. Their game got canceled, the new game, and I think about it every day, but it's okay.
Really?
Yeah, I remember,
Dang.
one night I just got an article sent from my cousin. He's like, "Is this true?" And I looked into it, I'm like, "No!" I forgot what it was called, but
Well,
like, oh, man. But
that's the worst
yeah,
from a game company or game devs that
yeah,
you enjoyed a game from.
yeah.
Yeah.
But again,
I don't know.
if I had the guess, we're talking so highly about indies. I think maybe their vision just didn't hit their expectations. Like, what, this ain't gonna
Yeah.
work, and they're more willing to be like, let's not waste anybody's time or money and cut it.
Our time
So,
is or their time
or their
especially.
time
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
No,
So in
totally.
that regard, if I think about it like that, I'm like, I appreciate it.
Mhm.
I would hate waiting for a game like from the Celeste devs and then not being nothing but
It's
spectacular.
GTA
So
6 right now. I mean, look at GTA 6. I mean, it's not canceled, but it's like the fans they keep pushing it, but who knows? Maybe GTA 6 is just not coming out, and
final
Rockstar's just milking the hype.
Final yeah.
Hmm?
Final question of the podcast. Do you think GTA 6
Mm.
coming out this year?
No, no,
Do you think it's getting do
absolutely
you think
not.
it's getting delayed
I
again?
think it's going to get delayed to at least the beginning, if not the middle of 2027. Uh, there's no way. The way it's
Me and
been pushed, and I just saw something the other day about there were inside talks that got out, or somebody on Reddit or something talking about late this year. Probably not even that though. So I don't know. At this point, my hype for it is not there because there's so much more to play. All the indie games we just talked about, and then indie games we don't even know about yet, among other games. I mean, yeah, there's a lot to play coming up. I mean, I used to play WoW a lot, and they're coming out with some new things right now.
wow.
So, huh?
Someone's like, "Wow."
Yeah, wow. Just like, yeah. But
Wow.
yeah, no, I don't think GTA 6 is anywhere near close to coming out.
I don't think so either. Me and my friends are doing a draft league. We're
Hmm.
supposed to record it tomorrow.
Okay.
You already saw it. Um,
Yeah.
and, I'm curious to see if anybody's gonna draft GTA 6. It could be an easy win, but it also
Like
could be a straight up,
2026?
I'm not gonna draft it. I don't think it's
Yeah.
coming out this year, personally. Um,
No. No.
but we'll
There's no
see.
way.
We'll see. We could be playing it a
Yeah.
year from now.
Maybe.
Alright, yeah.
Maybe.
Alrighty, Happy Hill. Well, thank you for joining me talking about the indie scene. I know indie scene.
My pleasure for coming on.
Indie scene's still a niche topic, I think, but it's getting to a point where it's becoming more topical and more, talked upon amongst gamers because I think people are realizing what they have to offer to the table, and them being like even though they're kind of trying to inspire to be like the big AAAs, I think the AAAs have a lot to learn from the indie scene as well. And I think a lot of hopefully they are taking notes, because the one thing I think indie devs have what consumers is good merit, good blood, good a good reputation, and I think that's something that's diminishing very fastly.
Passion and transparency is huge.
Yes, for sure. So hopefully the bigger publishers take note on that and realize like, maybe we can be successful if we talk to our fans.
Oh, definitely. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what successes they have as well.
Yeah, for sure. But, where can people find you? I mean, I know your name's Happy Hill, but
so you found me on TikTok. So I do have a TikTok, Happy Hillington on TikTok, on Instagram. YouTube is just Happy Hill. I think the handle is Happy Hillington there too. But YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I have a Discord as well, and I think you do as too, right? Mm-hmm. I need to join up on that. But
I never use it.
YouTube, huh?
I never use mine. I never use mine.
Oh, that's fair.
I'm trying to get better.
No, you're good. You're
New
good.
Year,
but yeah, Discord, all those socials. So yeah, find me there. But thank you for setting this up though. This was awesome, fun. Hopefully this stuff starts blowing up because these are fun topics. But appreciate you, Randman, and man, that one DM led to this. So yeah,
it's all it takes. Connections. Connections are important. Yep. Hopefully we can do some other collab. Maybe on stream or something.
Absolutely. Yeah, let me know.
You gotta message me the day you are playing Celeste. I will be there watching the whole damn thing.
I'll have that on my list. I need to calendar that because there's so many other things I have on my list too. So we'll see. I'll let you know though.
Hey, if you do, like I said, I knew how to play the game, but I'm gonna say I beat it in one stream. So
it's one of those games that I might be able to as well.
Yeah.
So
perfect.
All right.
Well, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
Have a good one.